What's up guys, Robeytech here, and this is going to be a little bit of a different video than what I've typically ever done. I am flying to Taipei for the first time ever, and it's currently 6 a.m. on January 15th, 2 days before my birthday. I figured I'd take you guys along with me. So we're gonna vlog this, show you the cool things that Lian Li is gonna be walking me through. I'm gonna be there with Stuart from GGF Customs, and then also from with Pedro from PCMR. So it should be pretty epic. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'd love to know if videos like this, when we do things like go to CES or DreamHack or Computex, that you would love to see these like vlogs as well. And what you think of the quality. We're trying out a new GoPro system that we've kind of put together to see how this goes, and making it very easy for me to just be able to pick up, record, and do what I need to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I would love that. And then of course, please leave comments down below, because like I said, I just want to know if these are interesting videos and what we can do to make them more interesting. Yeah, let's begin. Next step is finishing packing and heading to the airport. Show you the flights I'm on, all that sort of stuff, and the hotel. And then on top of that, just of course, stay tuned to see the awesome stuff that we're allowed to show when we're hanging out with Lian Li. Hopefully some new cases and all that sort of stuff. So, and let me know how the camera work is, because it's me. It's not my team this time, it's me shooting this. So just got finished checking out the United Lounge. So for those who don't know, I'm a big Delta traveler, so it was interesting to basically check out a different lounge. It was a little bit different than I kind of expected in terms of how it looked, but for those who don't know, I have like a Delta Diamond. I do a lot of traveling and all that sort of stuff, so it's always interesting to basically check out a different lounge, which I usually don't get the chance to do. But unfortunately, the flight, if I had gone Delta, would have been 2 times as much as I would have paid if I had gone to United. So yeah, I liked it. It was cool. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of a B-roll. Now it's time to get on the plane, so let's check it out. It is. How are you? Good. Okay, so we are now in San Francisco. Next stop, Taipei. We are now inside of the hotel room. Pretty small, cozy room. I mean, all in all, we have our whole thing here. And then here is the bathroom that we've gotten here. So, taking this, you got this, and then, you know, per Pedro, we have a nice shower head and stuff. Like overall nice view. Check this out, I actually have a pretty nice view. And I noticed here, get this little button here, we have it closed. Hit the open. Great view of the city. Obviously, when you can see everything, let me do this here. I'll give you a better view. Lights off, and then you can see kind of the view I have of the city. So Lian Li has invited myself, Stuart from GGF Customs, and Pedro from PCMR to talk about their latest projects. And so we're doing a presentation with them called the Lian Li Digital Expo 2024. And then we have an AMA, which many of you provided questions for, that we're gonna be talking to Jameson, who's the CEO of their company, just to get some insight into what they're making. So once we do that, then apparently I'm gonna be able to sit down and talk about all of the products individually, see them up close. I'm gonna try very hard to include Stuart and Pedro in that, because, you know, if I'm gonna hang out with them, I'd love to actually have you guys meet them, and then of course get their opinions as well. So hopefully after this, you guys are gonna see a little bit about where we're shooting, I don't know. Apparently it's like a garage or something like that. So we're gonna show you where we're shooting. And then hopefully you'll get to see myself, Stuart, and Pedro kind of break down the products and give you guys some insights. Anyway, guys, time to go to sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. We are here at the shoot location. So this isn't the HQ for Lian Li. I'm learning so much, but we're at like a car repository. Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. What we're gonna do is you're gonna see us basically just show you a bunch of products that Lian Li brought us there to see. Luckily, right there in the back, you can see him. Look at that guy, dude. He's completely focused. Luckily, I get to use Stuart for the B-roll because I found out that this is actually supposed to be pretty pro. So really appreciate him. And we're gonna be, once we talk about each product, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it down as a team. But for now, just enjoy this place, this thing that you're seeing, and then we'll be back and show you a little bit more. Okay, so first product that we talked about was the O11, yeah, I said it right, O11, the O11 Vision Back Connect. So it's cool to see Lian Li actually doing a Back Connect case. Thoughts on Back Connect though, Pedro?
From a PCMR standpoint, freedom is always good. I like to see the ability to create something that is super clean, that's super neat. I kind of do want to see it not being a proprietary thing. I want to see us being able to buy whatever motherboard we want with whatever GPU we want.
When we were talking during the whole session, I think your wheels started turning, Stuart, on basically what potential could be with Back Connect, and even like how motherboards and stuff like that look. As somebody who custom water cools, Back Connect interesting at all?
I would say yes. It's definitely going to give you more options with your tube routing. Normally your 24 pin normally sticks out there.
Yeah, it's true, eh?
Godly area where it's right there. Your EPS is up the top right. That's especially hard when it comes to custom water cooling because you have your top radiator. So now we can literally just smack our radiator and fans literally to the top of that board.
Like I said, I think it's cool that Lian Li's now on board, because now that they are, it feels like we have a chance for this stuff to kick off. Because I think one thing that we know has to be good for PC DIY is the amount of options. Now that you can do it with Lian Li, Corsair, all these other ones, right? That you have some opportunities to really have this. And dude, the case does look sick.
It's sick.
I mean, even like some stuff in here, like things that they did with giving you options for showing screens, which this could be a whole screen. You can now add these attachments for tubes. So there's a lot of things that, the one thing I like about Lian Li is they think a lot about how builders want to think and then how builders want to create. But let's talk about the new Lian Li Galahad 2 LCD shift and a little bit about that. Let's talk about something that obviously Stuart has no interest in whatsoever at all. So this is the Lian Li Galahad 2 LCD shift. And the reason it's called the shift is that you can actually see that what you have is these tubes that you can now run through the top. Oh, and then the other thing too, tell them, like, what is this cap?
Yeah, this cap, it kind of hides the anesthetic screws that you would normally not want to see. I mean, you might, but if that's your thing, but it probably isn't. And then you can just, let me try and get it off. So here we go. So this would be the old version, and Shazam, not anymore.
I mean, you would agree, this is going to be a godsend for a lot of builders who just want to have something super clean.
I think it's super cool in that sense. Like, you can, of course, you can just use it traditionally, and that will work perfectly fine.
Let's see if we can take these caps off without breaking the only prototype they probably have.
They're screwed on.
It's screwed in there?
Yeah, I don't know if I was like, I started messing with that and I was like, I don't know.
The tubes don't actually come out straight like a normal one where they would go, if it's mounted at the top, they normally shoot down a bit, and then you've got to get the curve right. They're actually on sort of right angle swivel bits, and then they run along and just follow the flow of the rad.
So you still get all of the performance of a traditional AIO. You don't have to worry about like your orientations and stuff like that. So you do have something that performs well. I mean, look at the size of this cold plate, dude. I mean, that's going to be absolutely awesome. So very, very interested to see, specifically with these kind of performance fans, like how this is going to be overall. But again, it's cool to see that kind of innovation. When I first saw it, I was like, oh yeah, why didn't somebody think about that already? You know what I mean?
It's so simple.
It is so simple.
So well, right?
Okay, so another product. This is a PSU that really is targeted at dual chamber cases. You can actually see and we'll just show it here so that Stuart doesn't feel bad if it doesn't end up on B-roll. But you can actually see here, it's got a USB hub. Stuart, you have done a lot of stuff in the 011. What did you think of the PSU when you first saw it?
I think it's great, especially when it's mounted like this. So as I said in the video earlier at the Digital Expo, I tend to install my PSUs in a traditional PSU, install it in the case. So straight away, you've got the bulk of cables just hanging out of your system, and then you route them to your motherboard. Now you can sort of do it in reverse. Install your PSU, route them from your motherboard first, cable manage them as we go along, get them really nicely managed, and then the last thing you can do is just mount them in, clip it in, clip it in. Now we can see the full face of all the connectors. In a traditional one, we'd have like one row here, and then normally your 24 pin is the very, very last row at the back. And if you need to reseat one, see if it's connected in all the way, you can't see. Here we can visually see each row and access them straight away, and we have plenty of clearance, everything closes, and this is actually a full build. People might be thinking, well, this is just some cables just thrown in here, but this whole system is built ready to go.
Immediately, my concern was, man, dude, getting the clearance that you need for this stuff. But again, they did a really good job with sleeve cabling. And then the other thing too, Pedro, tell people what the wattage is for this.
1300.
Does that look like a 1300 watt PSU to you?
Not at this form factor, no.
So one other thing that we brought up that I think is worth mentioning is we say dual chamber focus. So if you are gonna put this in like a different kind of case, more like your 216 or something like that, there are some things to be considered of. You might just be like, hey, I'm a Lian Li fan. I want to put in a Lian Li PSU. There's going to be interesting. The one thing is with the cables and stuff, the way that it is, you are still going to get that clearance. You still get the hub and everything else. Just some things to be considered of if you're going to install the PSU in a case like that.
Yeah, really.
This thing, let's just be super clear. This thing is bonkers. So this is essentially like the desk with now a single system, and then it now has a transparent OLED screen in it, a heated / cooling cup, a like charging plate plus USB distribution thing that does work, by the way. There's so much to see.
Yeah, I mean, the screen is the obvious thing, and just looking at it and just seeing how transparent it is just baffling. It's beautiful.
So I originally built in the DK05, which is the big boy, the dual desk.
Yep.
And if anyone remembers my video, I added some wood sides because I didn't like how small it was. But with this one, they've added the extra, I'll call these side wings that gives you that flexibility, which I think is really good.
What do you think of when you see something like this, Pedro? Like what went through your mind for a system like this?
I think it's a reasonable piece for everyone to have at home.
Reasonable. I can just see the campaign now. Free transparent OLED desks for everyone.
I deserve one.
Thank you. I deserve
one.
I deserve one. No, but I mean, seriously, like when you look at something like, would this be something that if you did have the opportunity to build in, would this be something you would use?
I think it would. Like, I can definitely see some spectacular build inside this. Like Stuart mentioned, like the simple transparency of it, and of course, it's not something that you will use as your main screen, but it's something that really could add on and just make it just like a special build to use. I would definitely use something like this as a main build.
Well, obviously a lot of stuff that we have to see, given that this is a prototype. We'll see what it is, but I think all in all, that's what we can cover so far. Number one, I want to just say a huge shout out to Pedro, Stuart, for joining me. Stuart, if people want to find you, where do they go?
YouTube, Facebook, GGF events, that's pretty much it.
And then Pedro, everybody knows where to find you, but just in case there's two people who don't, where do they go and find you?
If you think of PCs, I will be in your heart. But no, just write PCMR in Google, you'll be fine.
Okay. Anyway, guys, huge shout out for us. And again, thank you, Lian Li, for shipping us out here and letting us talk about and see all of these incredible things. Let us know down in the comments below a particular piece that you'd enjoyed. Is there a case that you'd love to use? And if Raymond sent you just one of these desks, what would you do with it? He's just laughing. If you want to continue the conversation, head over to discord.gg/Robeytech. Great place to talk about these things and to further dream. Anyway, guys, you can follow me at Robeytech absolutely everywhere on all the socials. Super appreciate you guys being here, and we will see you on the next one.